Hey, you're watching Kink Live in the Bing Lounge. We're Field Report.
Thanks so much for being here, you guys.
Pleasure. Thanks
really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It's great.
So, what would you be doing if you were not putting your journalism degree to good use?
Yeah.
Not to say that you're not, but
I did receive a journalism degree that I've never used. If I was using it, I'd probably be shoveling snow in Wisconsin right now. Yeah, that's probably where I'd be. I probably wouldn't be here. Yeah, I studied journalism and had never used it, and I played music while I was getting that degree, and then I stopped and kind of tried to deny that was a thing that was going to happen. And then I got a real job. I did that for 6 years, and then sort of the universe was kind of flicking me in the ear or something and being like, no. You're supposed to be in Portland today. And so here we are.
You are supposed to. We're all supposed to be here right now in Portland. So, fortunately, the universe has you here, and as you mentioned, Marigolden is your second full length. Mm-hmm. And it's out on Partisan Records, which I have to say is one of my favorite indie labels, which has folks, not the least of which some of our Portland, Oregon favorites like Sally Ford and Ages and Ages. Mm-hmm. Are there current bands, maybe folks that you've been playing with out on the road, but any kind of current new music that's really got you going?
Man, we just saw our friends and our dear friends and label mates Sylvanesso when we were in LA, and they left blood on that stage. It was amazing. They killed it. They were playing with Foster the People at this like 9,000 seater in LA, and we got to go see them, and we're so proud of what they've gotten up to. It's cool. Yeah, Partisan's a great label, and we're so pleased to be working with them. And you're right about the fact that they almost kind of like, once they discover one artist, they kind of explore that scene a little bit. Like there's a few Portland bands that are on that label, and there's a few Wisconsin bands that are on the label too. Sylvanesso has some Wisconsin ties. There's us, a band called Fox, some friends of ours from Wisconsin. And so yeah, it's cool. It's like they're really sort of mining cities and regions for scenes and like trying to support the whole thing rather than just sort of cherry picking one artist that might make sense for them. It's really cool.
Nice. What a concept.
Yeah, right?
So I always like to check out bands' Twitter accounts. I think that's a great way to kind of see where they are, what they're into, what's happening out on the road. And the most recent tweet I saw reminded me of what the great philosopher Homer Simpson said. Possessions are fleeting. You had some intrepid thieves.
We did. We've been out doing this for a few years now, and for this to be our first van break-in, I feel like we're pretty lucky because it's just sort of a part of the structural reality of this business. But yeah, we were in San Francisco right outside the venue, and somebody decided to help themselves to some of our things. None of our instruments, but my computer with a bunch of stuff on it, and a real nice bag from Filson. Filson, if you're listening, we'll be in Seattle tomorrow. You could make a guy's dream come true. Yeah, but it's cool. You know, that's how it goes. And it worked out really well. We had to get a window fixed, and we were calling around, and nobody could fix it. And then we called the guy who called the guy who called the guy, and somewhere 20 miles west in Napa, there was a dude that had a thing, and he hooked it up, and all is well in the world. And the glass is out of the seat, and, we're traveling a little lighter now, so gas mileage is good.
So thanks to the guy with the thing.
Yeah, man, this is not possible without guys with things.
Absolutely. So we're glad you've made it to Portland. You're going to be at Bunk Bar tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, tonight. We haven't been there yet, but we're really pumped about it. We've heard it's a really cool room. And we're playing with our good friend Philippe, who's got a project called Hip Hatchet in town. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a great songwriter, really fantastic dude. And we got to know him when we were touring the East Coast, actually. He was playing organ with this other band called Quiet Life. And we got to know him well, and he was a bud. And by the end of the tour, he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I write songs too, and here's my thing." And we had all been familiar with Hip Hatchet as a project before, and it's like, "Oh, dude, that's you? Unreal!" And so yeah, we're gonna hang out today and play some music and have some fellowship tonight.
Fantastic. You're already off to such a beautiful start. Let's get right back into it. Ladies and gentlemen, more music from Field Report.